Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. We are here with episode 14 of Batwoman. We have another episode of Bad Cringe. Another episode of fucking Bad Cringe. And oh my god. Oh my god, this show. This show. Here's the thing. I will say this. This show, in my opinion, isn't as bad as the one that came before it. But my god, is it still bad. Oh god, this is still bad. It's... CW has completely given up on making any of their shows actually good. They have completely given up on making their shows good in any way whatsoever. Because, oh my god, even when you're not as bad as an episode that came before, you are still shit. And this episode, oh my god. The reason why I say this episode isn't as bad as the ones that came before is because they teased that they were about to do something. And the fact that they didn't saved this episode at least a little bit from me counting this as the absolute worst episode in the entire season. I don't care about any other shows that come after this. This would have been the de facto worst episode of the entire season. And I'll get to what they did in a minute. Although if you've watched this show, I'm pretty sure you already know what it is. Or if you watched the episode. Oh my god. Alright, let's get into the episode. Now there are a few things that I want to talk about when it comes to this episode. Now I've got my notes right here. Okay, so there's the thing between Katie and Sophie. There's the thing between Sophie and her mom. There's the thing with Jacob, with Mary, and then, oh my god, the villain. And then there's the little tease at the end. Oh god. Again, we'll get to the villain and the teaser at the end because those were the most egregious part of this episode. Everything else was just run-of-the-mill bad. Like something that you just already expect from this godforsaken show. Okay, let's start with Katie and Sophie. Now, the whole Katie and Sophie thing, we finally get to why this show was even made in the first place. I said in in the previous episode, when Batwoman and Sophie started making out, I said that this is the only reason why the show was ever even made. It's because they wanted to get Batwoman on screen, making out with Sophie, and fuck everything else. Screw logic, screw the events that led us here. Whether or not they made sense, fuck any of that shit. We finally got Batwoman and Sophie making out. This is what we've been wanting to do all this time, ladies and gentlemen. Well, congratulations, CW. You fucked everybody in the ass getting here, but at least you got here. Congratulations. Congratulations. Fuck you. Oh my god. So when it comes to Katie and Sophie, so they do the whole thing of they start this sort of relationship, and everything is good at the beginning. But then, of course, they finally start to realize that, oh, that's right, it's not as easy me being in a relationship when I'm also going out there risking my life every single day, every single night. And something happened in this episode that almost makes me want to give this show credit, which is they had Kate being all smiles because she finally decided to finally get a piece of that chocolate cake. She's finally happy now that she managed to get herself a piece. And Luke instantly looks at her and almost like he smelled the black on her. He instantly figures out you and Sophie got together. And she's trying to say, well, hey, it's fine, everything's no problem. And then he instantly chastises her by saying, look, do you even understand why Bruce kept people at a distance? He said that Bruce did that because he knew that the second any of his enemies got wind of the fact that he was with someone, they would try to get to him through her. And he is 100% correct. He is 100% correct here. And it is just... And of course, so you know what? I guess credit for that. At least Luke was portrayed as somebody that was right for once, despite the fact that the entire season treated him as a gutless, dickless soy boy. Oh my god. So when it comes to Katie and Sophie, their relationship ends pretty much as you would expect. Eventually, they come to the realization that this thing's just not gonna work out, and then Sophie Sophie says, "Look, I probably need to figure things out about myself," and I'm sitting there wondering, what do you mean you need to figure shit out about this yourself? I thought you already knew about. Isn't that the whole point of the whole making out thing? And it's just, oh, oh my god, oh god, this is dumb. So the next thing I want to talk about when it comes to Sophie and her mom, Sophie and her mom. So her mom shows up for an unsurprised visit, and then look, everything that you're seeing here, you can already predict it. It's the whole mom comes over, finds out about the divorce thing, and then finds out the real reason behind the divorce. And then she goes, "Well, what did you expect? I am disappointed." And it's just, it's so painfully generic that it hurts. This hurts. Look, if you're somebody who only knows about the shows through my reviews, or one of the other YouTubers that you follow, if they review the episode, just if you've never watched a single episode of the show, God bless you. God bless you, because my God, this is painful. Oh God, this is painful. But I'm gonna stick through it. I've decided to dedicate myself to reviewing every single episode of this show, and I am gonna do it, no matter how much it makes me want to punch my monitor. And oh god, this episode got me close. So the other two things happening, or two other things happening with this show, is something with Mary and um and Jacob. So when it comes to Mary, basically we in the last episode we found she basically found out that Kate is Batwoman, and the entire time in this episode she's trying to basically, I guess, join her team or whatever, even though she's been helping her since the beginning. And why this is all of a sudden new, it's just, I don't know, it's stupid, it's dumb, it doesn't factor into the overall story of the episode. So let's just move on from it. So when it comes to Jacob, basically that thing that happened to him in prison when the other prisoner saved him, and he said, "I only saved you because I need your help," and then basically his lawyer comes to him and he says, "We need you to look into this because we believe that the police officer who made the arrest forced the confession out of him and got him into jail. We need you to basically find the actual person who forced him to do the confession and make a and basically like expose him, so that the prisoner can be let out." And something happens that I'm left scratching my head. I know, kind of like everything else in this episode, is the lawyer threatens Jacob into saying that if you don't help us, we're gonna basically reveal everything that the Crows did. What did I'm confused. What did the Crows do? And if you're trying to get him to help you, why in the hell would you threaten him? Why? Like that's so counterproductive. Like, why would you threaten the guy you're trying to get to help you like that? That makes no goddamn sense, you fucking moron. But anyway, again, I don't want to dwell too much on that other stuff. So I want to get to the stuff that really ticked me off this episode. Just for once, it wasn't Batwoman, the character, not the show. The show still sucks. The thing that I really want to talk about the most is the villain. So basically what happens is this. There's a girl who basically ended up, and I know this is a bit of a sensitive topic, so a bit of a warning. There's this girl who basically ended up committing harm to herself. She basically ended up hurting herself. We're shown her applying her makeup in the mirror, and basically she isn't happy with the way she looks. She breaks the mirror, takes a piece, and just cuts herself. And she's basically sent to a hospital, for mental illness. And when she gets out, she basically finds all of these. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm saying this. She finds all of these social media influencers. Oh yeah, because this is good. You can just tell this show is gonna age beautifully. All of these social media influencers, and basically do to them what she did to herself. Because according to her, if it wasn't for them, she wouldn't have all of these like sort of insanely high standards, and ended up feeling like ended up getting to the point where she wanted to hurt herself. And it's just okay. Okay. And the way they did it, when I saw this, I thought, no, 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 you motherfuckers. You motherfuckers, you better not be doing what I think you're doing. You better not be doing what I think you're about to do. You lazy, uncreative, repurposing motherfuckers. You better not be doing what I think you're about to do. And the jury's still out on whether or not they're actually going to do it. And I just... So basically what happens is she cuts herself, and what she does to everyone she catches, get this, she carves a smile on their mouths. Stop me if you know where that's from. She carves a smile on their mouths. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, you I know you can't see me, but I'm clenching my fist so hard. I feel like I'm about to pierce the skin. You better not do what I think you're about to do. Because later in the episode, she catches someone. She takes them to a chemical plant, and she threatens to drop them in acid. And I'm sitting there thinking, you motherfuckers better not be doing what I think you're about to do. You motherfuckers better not be doing what I think you're about to do. And again, I still don't know if they're actually going to pull the trigger on this. But if you actually gender bend the Joker, if you turn this little bitch into the Joker, I am gonna fucking lose my mind. And if you thought you had low ratings before, just if you did that, you would have lost everyone. So they didn't do it yet in this episode, but I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past them. We already have a gender bent Batman. I wouldn't put it past them. So the other thing that I want to talk about, remember when I said there's this little teaser they had in the end that basically this little teaser has to do with Mouse, his dad, and Alice. So Alice, the entire time, she finally catches Mouse's dad. She captures him, and she is telling him, I want to know where my brother Mouse is. Now he tells her, oh, I will tell you where Mouse is. I'll gladly tell you where he is. And he's smiling because then we cut to Mouse. And he is... Basically what the dad did to him is he forced this mask on him. And he is feeding him sort of like an oxygen mask. Except instead of oxygen, he's being fed fear toxin. He is being fed fear toxin. And I am sitting there thinking, again, not as bad as excuse me, not as bad as gender bending the Joker. But if they bring Crane into the show, if they bring the Scarecrow into the show, and they cuck the Scarecrow just to make Batwoman look good, I am gonna be so fucking pissed. I am gonna be so fucking pissed that I might actually stop watching the show. I know I said that I've dedicated myself to watching every single episode and reviewing it on this show, on my channel, but oh my god, that could be what finally breaks me. That and the Joker. That would be those two, if they actually choose to gender bend those two characters and then bring them here and cuck them just to make Batwoman look good. I am gonna. This show might actually break me. I don't care. I don't care if people only come to my channel just to see my Batwoman reviews. I don't care. I'll lose the views. I'll lose the watch time, even though I desperately need it. I'll lose the watch time if it means that I never have to deal with this show ever again. Because the show on its own is already pissing me off. If they do that, if they actually pull the trigger on that, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking lose it. I'm gonna lose it. And oh, okay, so that is it. That's all I have. That's all I have for this. I can't keep going. I'm starting to get really pissed. I'm just gonna end it here. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you did subscribe, click on the bell to let you know whenever a new video goes up. Thank you for putting up with this, and I'm sorry if me just talking about what happened in this episode has caused you to lose brain cells, and I do apologize for that. But oh my god. I know I didn't go all that I didn't go all that into detail as to what happened in the episode, but trust me, again, you don't want to know. You don't want to know. Trust me, I'm saving you. You don't want to know, because and if you want to find another way to support me, should be a link in the description box down below. Check it out. But if you don't want to do that, just click on the subscribe button. Help me get to 1,000 subs. And forward. Again, you guys have been awesome. And I guess I'll see you on the next review. Bye.